Hi everybody, it's Lunar Light Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you back today. Today we're going to do a what are they thinking and feeling about you, pick a card reading. I'm so excited to give you these messages today. We're actually just starting the Mercury retrograde today as when I'm filming this, March 5th. So that means that there's going to be a lot of people coming back from your past, projects and people who are coming back for that final wrap up. Basically, you are going to be judging these things and seeing whether or not you still want these people or projects in your life. So there could be a lot of exes coming back possibly. So I thought this was a great time to do the what are they thinking and feeling about you reading, to see if we have any people basically wanting to come back into your life. Okay, so you know how it goes. We have pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. So go ahead, take your time and pick with your gut. And then we'll get started pretty soon. I'll give you some time to pick. All right, so pile number 1, let's get started. All right, so if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. All right, pile number 1. So let's dive into this first part right over here. We have the 6 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. So what I'm getting right off the bat is that this could be someone who is not in your life currently, someone who you've walked away from recently or has walked away from you. Basically, this person is thinking about how you walked away from them and is feeling sad about it. They're also thinking about the relationship and they know that they've invested a lot of time into this. This could be someone who you had been seeing on and off for a while, or you've just been seeing for a while, and maybe you two broke up or just had like a spat and you two aren't talking, or maybe even in a fight. This could be just kind of an on and off relationship and you two are off right now is what I'm seeing. I'm also kind of getting the feeling that like someone may have blocked one another. This could also be blocked communication, as in this person maybe could be trying to reach out to you, but you have already walked away and kind of sailed off with this 6 of Swords here, so they actually can't get to you. I am really looking at this woman in yellow here, and you know how her back is turned? It's kind of like the perspective of the card. It is the perspective of your person, as in everyone has their back turned to them. Like they can't see you, they can't get in contact with you, and that's why I feel like you could have blocked this person, or there's just no communication for you two in general right now. But again, with the 7 of Pentacles, they see the investment that they've made in this relationship with you, and they're thinking about it. They're thinking, should I or should I not continue to invest time in this? So right now is kind of a contemplation time for this person, and they're wondering whether or not they should continue to kind of press forward with you. So if they've actually reached out to you a few times and you haven't responded, or they kind of sent you hints that they want to talk to you and you're not really into it, they're wondering whether or not they should keep doing things like that. We also have the 6 of Wands here, which I thought was really interesting. Basically, this is the victory card. This card talks all about victory and public recognition. Personally, I think that you are being recognized for walking away from this situation. This person almost sees it as a victory that you walked away. So they may have put you through some pretty bad things. The 6 of Swords comes after the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords is all about mind games, lose-lose situations. So this person could have possibly played mind games with you. You could have been in a loser situation with them. There could have been a conversation that happened between the two of you, where neither one of you won, and you both walked away feeling like, well, why did we even do that? Why did we even get into this situation? They're seeing the fact that you walked away as a victory. They know that with you walking away comes that confidence, that personal renewal. They know that you basically are taking your life into your own hands, and they're proud of that in a way, but they're also, hurt that they don't get to talk to you or see you. So then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Swords and the Justice card. So again, this person is wanting to offer to you. The Page of Pentacles comes with an offer. Sometimes it could even be an apology. It's also kind of my opportunity card. Sometimes it can represent business opportunities. So this person could even text you saying, hey, there's some event in town. Would you want to go and like see it with me? Or something of that nature. Or, hey, how are you? Like, what have you been up to lately? It's kind of like that small gift energy. They're wanting to do these things, but right now they're just not feeling capable of it, which is why it's in reverse like this. They feel like they don't have the energy to do this, or that you basically cut their head off if they were to walk towards you again. They basically feel like it's the wrong timing is more of what I'm getting. It's the wrong timing, because we also have the Four of Swords here. The Four of Swords is about rest. It's about taking that rest after a harsh battle and healing, kind of licking our wounds in a way. So if you guys had some bad conversations in the past, they're trying to basically heal themselves from what's happened before. And in that sense, they don't feel like it's a good time to move forward with you. But they do want to offer you justice. They do want to right the scales of what's happened before, which is why they want to give this offer. It's really important to them, honestly. It feels very important. They want to, really, the word I'm getting is integrity. They want to preserve their integrity when it comes to you. They want to show you that they have integrity and that they want to right the scales with you, and that whatever happened between the two of you doesn't sit right with them. They want to let you know that, but they also don't feel like it's the right time to do that. So when the Page of Pentacles is reversed, I also feel like this is the kind of card of planning. Pages for me are all about the thoughts. So this person is, again, thinking about doing this, kind of creating that plan so they can come towards you and bring you justice. But right now they're more focused on healing themselves, so that when they do this, it comes across genuine and that they're ready for what happens afterwards. Okay, so lastly, we have the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So Seven of Wands here is kind of explaining another one of the reasons why this person is apprehensive when it comes to walking towards you or giving you a message. They feel like they have a lot of different things in their lives right now that are just coming at them. If you notice in this card, there are wands coming up with this person here, and they're not necessarily being held by anybody else. But they are jutting up at this person. They have to defend themselves. So this is energy of being defensive. This is when you have to have your defenses up for some reason. Basically, this person has a lot of things coming at them right now that they need to defend themselves against. So this could be their friends, or talking to friends, coworkers, other people, or just even situations in their lives that they have a lot of things popping up for them right now. They're kind of juggling. There seems to be like a lot of almost stress. This person definitely seems stressed out. But there's just a lot of things on this person's plate right now. And one of them is the past with you. They're thinking a lot about how things ended between you. They're having both good and bad memories about this. It's kind of like when they think of a good memory of you guys together, immediately it's followed by like, oh, but I messed up so badly. But oh, remember this thing I said to them and it was horrible. They're really thinking of that. It's that kind of energy. I'm also getting a lot of guilt and disappointment in themselves. This person is not proud of what they did to you. They're not proud. If they were the ones that were causing a mess with you, they unbalanced the scales with this justice card, if they were the one that caused the imbalance, they have regret. They definitely have regret here. And they don't necessarily know how to get out of it. They're feeling overwhelmed right now, is a feeling. They just have a lot on their plate and they don't know what to do with it, basically. So overall, they're thinking about you. They're wanting to come towards you. They think that you leaving the situation with them was a smart move. I think it was the right thing for you to do. And basically people around them agree and think that you were smart to get out of whatever situation this was. They're wanting to come towards you. They're thinking about coming towards you, but they don't think it's the right time, because they still have to write some things inside of themselves, and that they have a lot of other things going on right now that are capturing their attention for the most part, but they are thinking about you and how they've wronged you in the past. So for the Romance Angels deck, we have Flirt and Romantic Feelings. Romantic Feelings. So these are really good cards to get together. These cards are all about energy. So basically this person is feeling romantic towards you. They do have romantic feelings for you. And you could be feeling the energy at this time too. Sometimes when you think about them, you may just kind of get like, you may feel lighthearted out of nowhere or just feel happy, when in the past you're more like, oh, I don't want to think about this person. I'm not very interested in thinking about this person. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this person is definitely exploring their feelings in their mind and are thinking about you. They feel warm when they think about you, but again, they also, feel badly about what's happened or what's transpired between the two of you. So really, again, coming back to the energy, this is all about energy, the feelings, and the this card says extend your lighthearted energy to others. So they could be actually reaching out towards you energetically at this time, whether they know it or not, actually trying to maybe even get your attention through energy and tell you that they have these feelings for you through that way. Sometimes when we can't talk to people, and we have a connection with them, it is easier just to send them our energy and send them our love, through energetic frequencies like that, because they can receive it and no one is judged. When you have a conversation with someone face to face you have baggage with, you can't just basically tell them I love you or say I have feelings for you without the, okay, well, like, why did you do this? But why did this happen? So this person is kind of just trying to extend that towards you. They may not be doing it consciously, but they think of you, and just, I feel like this feeling of just like wanting to hold you, like wanting to be near you. If you notice, actually in both of these cards, the basically the people are being held and they're being close together. So this person wants to be close to you. They don't feel like they can though. They don't feel like they can, and it makes them sad, definitely. But they definitely have feelings for you. That's what they're feeling right now. And then from the Energy Oracle cards, we have Contract and Happy Family. So when these cards come out together, it means something very big for me, especially because we have the Justice card here as well. It's pretty much the same energy. This could literally be a soulmate for you. This is basically indicating that you two have a soul contract together, and a soul contract doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get married to this person, that this person is going to be your life partner. It doesn't even mean that you have to date the person. This person, so when you have a soul contract, could be a friend, a parent, even a teacher. People with soul contracts are meant to teach you about life, and to teach you about yourself and open yourself up to different parts of yourself, help us on our ascension journey to wake up, basically. So this person does feel that tug towards you that a soul contract would make. They probably don't know why they feel so attracted to you or just want to be around your energy or want to be around you so much. And it's because they do have a soul contract with you. And with Happy Family here, this person has definitely thought about having a family with you once or twice. They've thought about marrying you for sure, especially with the contract here. This contract talks about long-term agreements, and then next to happy family, I mean, come on, that's marriage, right? So this person has thought about it before. You know, it doesn't have to be like very seriously the thought of, or that they're going out to K to get you a ring or anything. But they thought about it and they have happy thoughts around that. They do think it would be nice to have that with you. It's a fantasy of theirs. But they just really don't know how they get out of, or how they're going to get out of this predicament with you. Excuse me. They're really trying to think about this right now and just to heal. So for them at this point, it's really about taking things slow with themselves, and fixing whatever the Seven of Wands is. It's more important to them right now that they get all of these things figured out before they come towards you, because there's just so much on their plate. If they were to come towards you and offer you anything, it would be unbalanced and this situation would not be fixed. So it's better that they kind of stay away in this case. Sorry, I may not be what people want to hear, but you know, take solace and know that they do have romantic feelings towards you. They do want to be around you and hold you, but they do think it's best that they stay away, because they know that if they came into your life right now, they wouldn't be able to change anything. So I do feel like this person is proud of you moving on and doing your own thing, taking care of yourself. That is such an attractive energy. When we take care of ourselves and we love ourselves, that's the energy we're sending out into the universe. So we are able to attract that love back. That's true love. When you love yourself, that is true love. So you're actually attracting that back when you take care of yourself in that way. So they're finding that really attractive right now. And that's possibly also the reason why they're wanting to send this lighthearted energy towards you, because they see you doing so well for yourself. They're like, oh my gosh, like, I love the energy that this person has, and I want to send out more lighthearted, flirtatious energy for them to receive. So that is how your person is feeling about you right now, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did like that, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love to see when you guys comment below. Love to interact with you guys. Okay. So let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 2, this is your reading. All right, pile number 2. Okay, so let's just dive straight into this. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So with the Knight of Pentacles, this person is thinking about coming towards you and making an offer. With the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, though, they think that you have options. This person possibly may be thinking that you are dating around currently. Not a bad thing, but they just think that you possibly could be seeing somebody else. And it definitely intimidates them. So it's one of the reasons why they want to be so slow with this offer. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. He's also the most strategic. He is the most thoughtful, and he's the one who will plan out every step of the way. So in terms of getting an offer, yes, it'll be slower, but it'll also be, you know, well thought out and, you know, catered to you. So this person is thinking about bringing you an offer like that, but again, they're feeling intimidated. They feel like they could have possibly caused some negative situations for you in the past. It could have been focused around mind games or manipulation. This is the kind of the manipulation card. It's also the lose-lose situation. So I kind of see this as, you know, when people have fights and they both say things that they regret and they don't mean, and they both people walk away feeling, you know, worse about themselves. Or, you know, there could have been mind games here or manipulation. So they could have acted that way towards you in the past. This also could be even lies. This person could have lied to you. And I do feel like you have like walked away. I don't necessarily think that you two are talking. I definitely don't think you were talking, actually. So they're looking back on the situation right now, and they're not feeling good about it. So they're wanting to come towards you and offer you something new, but they are afraid because they really feel like you are seeing other people. Whether or not it's true, they think that you are seeing other people. Okay. And this is also confirmed by the other Seven of Cups that we have here. So we actually have two Seven of Cups here, which I thought was really interesting. So this was paired with the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, they see you moving on and doing well in your life. They see you moving forward. They say that the Wheel of Fortune has turned in your favor. And basically the Wheel of Fortune talks about cycles ending, luck turning in your favor, your life moving and going forward. And with the High Priestess, this is a lot of big spiritual energy with these two cards together. These are both very spiritual cards. They say they're doing this basically in silence. This is also one of the reasons why I feel like you two aren't talking, because we do have the High Priestess here. So they feel like you are doing this in silence, moving forward in silence, having your options in silence. I do feel like they're almost envious. So you see this man here, like looking at the Seven of Cups. They're almost trying to get to like where you are, almost trying to get to that same spiritual enlightenment, or like having their life turn in the same way that your life is now currently turning. They're almost, what I'm really hearing is like envy or jealousy. Not that this person is, so angry that they don't want, what you have for yourself. They would not wish that you don't have what you have. They just wish that they had what you had for themselves. I hope that makes sense. They're wishing that they could come to this High Priestess energy themselves, that they could move forward in their life and make moves silently in the same way that kind of you are. I feel like this person feels a little bit stuck, or just looking at your progress and feeling like, oh man, like why can't I progress in that way, is basically what I'm saying. So they're looking at their own options here, and they're kind of like, okay, which cup did this person pick so that to become the High Priestess? Because I want to become the High Priestess and I want to move forward. How do I do that? So this person is also very confused. They're wondering how to get to the point that you are right now. They're looking at you and are basically kind of seeing you as a bit of a teacher, but a teacher who teaches in silence. They're learning by your example. They're learning by just watching you move forward in your life and seeing that you're doing so well, and are like, okay, now which avenue do I go down so I can also have a life like that? So whether or not you think this person is actually admiring you from afar is true. They actually are really thinking of you as a high person, and that that you are moving forward really gracefully, really beautifully, and that you're doing things in silence. That they could I feel like this person looks at you and didn't imagine that you'd be here, to be honest. And it's not to put this person down or make it sound like they're rude. But simply they didn't think that, what I'm hearing is that you had the gall, to go for it. And they didn't think that you had that much bravery, and you really did. And they're impressed. And they want to be like you in that way. So they're wondering how to get to where you are right now, essentially. Okay, and then we have the Five of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Cups reversed and the Nine of Cups. So if this situation between you involved any friends, they're basically getting out of the energy of competition among friends or among coworkers. It feels like there could have been people kind of talking in this person's ear about what happened between the two of you, or giving their opinions left and right where they did not need to be given. So this person is finally kind of fighting back and winning. They feel like they're exiting this competition energy where people were constantly telling them like, okay, you should do this about so-and-so, you should do that about so-and-so. And basically I hear them saying like, okay, leave me alone. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to come back into their life and none of you can stop me. Because we have the Eight of Cups in reverse here. This talks about someone coming back after they've left. So this could be them trying to make the return back into your life. Again, with this Nine of Pentacles, trying to make that slow return. But they've had a lot of people to battle along the way. A lot of people who essentially didn't think this was a good idea, thought that you'd be better off without them maybe, thought that they'd be better off without you, or just didn't want to see you two come together. They are they're taking responsibility for these people, and they're saying, no, you cannot comment on my life anymore. You can't you essentially can't insert yourself where you don't belong. Your opinions don't matter here any longer, and they're not letting them affect what's going on. So they're really wanting to do this because you are their Nine of Cups to them. The Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment, wishes coming true. Basically, they see it as a wish come true. They see this relationship as a wish come true. So they're wanting to come towards you for that reason. And I think it would be a wish come true to have basically you back and have things go well. But again, they're still intimidated. There is still the energy of competition. Like, it's here, but it's going away, which is why it's in reverse. They're coming out of this, but it's still something they kind of have to deal with a little bit. But once they come out of this, they'll be feeling a lot more confident. They might reach out to you then. And they might reach out to you. They might reach out to you when they feel like they've reached a higher level of ascension and that they've conquered this competition energy amongst friends or coworkers or family even. Basically, anybody who's talking in their ear about the relationship between you and them, they're just wanting that to stop completely. And so once they feel like they have silenced all those people, they may feel more confident in terms of wanting to come towards you then. Okay. So from the Romance Angels deck, we have Express Your Love and Wedding. So I thought these were really beautiful to come out together. Express Your Love is, pretty self-explanatory. It says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And the Wedding says this situation involves marriage. So they could be wanting to come towards you and talk about commitment. This person could have been somebody who was maybe even afraid of commitment in the past, or they were someone who liked to keep their options open themselves, didn't know how to really commit. This person is wanting to be more serious is what I'm getting from this card. And if you can see, but the guy here has this really serious expression on his face, as opposed to the woman who's kind of like more happy and just looking up at him like, wow, look how seriously he's taking this. But this person is wanting to take the relationship much more seriously now, and they realize that through the mind games and through the playing around, that's what made this situation crumble, and also got all these other people involved in their opinions, and they don't want to do that anymore. They want to do things right. They want to do things just the way this should have been done from the beginning is what I'm getting. So what they're really wanting to do is talk to you and make a romantic gesture towards you. They're probably thinking about texting you or calling you. Could even be thinking about showing up where you live possibly, or just like knocking on your door and like saying, hey, can I talk to you? Like, can we have a conversation about this? Will they necessarily do this anytime soon? I'm really seeing that they will take some time before they will send a message to you. But they are thinking about it. They are thinking about coming towards you with a more serious offer this time. That's why this Knight of Pentacles is here, because he comes with serious offers. Knight of Pentacles only gives serious offers, but they come so slowly. That's why they're so thought out and not staged, but just they're just very important that they go a very certain way. It's this person wants everything to be perfect, and they may not necessarily be able to get that, but they're working towards that is what these cards are saying. Okay. And from the Energy Oracle Cards deck, I have the Garden and the Gate and Strategy. I mean, how perfect was this for this reading, I think. So the Garden and the Gate is all about basically wanting to take an opportunity, but being apprehensive too. If you could notice, this woman actually has this key around her neck here. And she's looking out into the garden and being like, wow, there's so much there for me, but I'm not sure if I should do it. You know, she has this basket of flowers with her right now. She's like, I have these flowers with me. I have these flowers around me. I have this like beautiful scenery. If I go out into this garden, will I lose everything? And that's really what this person is afraid of. Will I lose everything if I take this chance, if I open that door, you know? So they're really scared. They're apprehensive about it. They're looking out to the garden. They're seeing how much abundance could be had. In their heart, they know that there's more. They know that there's more inside that garden than there is outside of the garden. But they are still afraid to take that step. And then lastly, we have strategy. How perfect. I mean, how perfect. They are thinking of strategic ways to come towards you. They are thinking of a strategy. They are thinking of a plan right now. So they're taking the time because the plan isn't only about you, it involves them as well. It involves their self-growth and ascension. So it's very important for them to take things slowly right now because ascension takes time, you know. We have to purge and heal and find new things to heal, purge, heal those things, and then integrate them all to become this new person. You know, and sometimes you have to do that multiple times over to become the person who is ready for a serious relationship of this caliber. So right now they're putting their plans into action. They're really drawing out a lot of the things that they want to do, and they're executing it in terms of wanting to do better for themselves, in terms of this kind of this middle pile of wanting to get to that high priestess energy of knowing more and having their life move forward in a positive way, you know. If this person was ever involved in gossip, they're trying to kind of like shut their mouth. And I say that because we have the high priestess here and they are admiring you so much. I feel like if there was a negative situation between you two, that you weren't the one to like bash anybody. All right. It was important for you to stay graceful in a situation. That person really, really appreciated that. They appreciated your grace under pressure. And they feel like they feel like they weren't as graceful as you and whatever happened. And they're wanting to get to that level as well. So the high priestess isn't only about like ascension, but she's about holding her own energy in. She's about conserving her own energy and making sure that other people aren't taking from her in ways that, you know, are completely unnecessary, you know. When drama occurs in the high priestess's life, she exits, you know. She does not entertain the drama. She will address what needs to be addressed in the simplest way possible, then leave. You know, this person may have dabbled in gossip way too much. They could have, you know, been, all I'm getting is, I got the term negative Nancy, I'm not sure. But they could have been, you know, kind of a little bit of a negative person in the past. They're wanting to come out of that energy and they're wanting to basically follow your example. And that is part of their strategy. That is the first part of their strategy, is to become a better person first. And then also continue to deal with what is happening with any friends or coworkers. So in a little wrap up, they basically want to come towards you, but they're afraid because they think that you're dating other people or that you have options and that you wouldn't be interested in them because of what's happened in the past. Thinking essentially that your options wouldn't treat you the way that they had treated you. They're also thinking about the way that you've acted in the past and are very impressed. They're wanting to basically become that and follow your example. And they're also having some trouble. They're also coming out of trouble, I should say, with other people. They're starting to stop listening to other people's opinions about what's going on between the two of you and just focusing on how they feel, which is that this relationship would be a wish come true for them. And they're wanting to come forward and express it to you, but it is going to take time because they want to ascend first. Okay, pile number 2, that is your reading. That's what your person is thinking about you. Hope you liked that. Pile number 2. Oops. Oh, and if you guys are wondering how my background is different, I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning. But I'm actually at my childhood home today. doing my work at my desk, so that's why the background is different. Okay, pile number 3, this is your reading. All right, pile number 3. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so with the 2 of Wands in reverse, the World reversed, and the 4 of Pentacles, this person is confused. This person is confused right now. They're really, I'm just seeing like a crossroads. They're not knowing where to go at this certain point in time. When it comes to you, they feel like they're at a stalemate. They feel like they've released some things from their past that they're letting go. They're wanting to open up to you more, but they're also feeling like they're opening up in their life also, but they also feel like it's not enough. There is something that they need to complete, a cycle that they need to complete with the World card here in reverse. When the World is reversed, it means that we are so close to finishing a cycle. We just aren't necessarily there yet. We're on the cusp of completing a new cycle, on the cusp of a new life and new reality, but we are not there yet. This also talks about integrating things that we've learned, and that we haven't completely integrated the new things that we've learned to get that new life. You know, when you start acting differently, then you get different results. So this person isn't exactly isn't exactly there yet. They haven't integrated all the things they need. So in terms of the relationship, they could be thinking like one day that, okay, I want to nurture this and I want to be in this, and then some days they're like, okay, no, it's a bad idea, this person doesn't want to see me, or something of that nature. But they're wanting to open up more. They want to let their guard down with you, and they feel that when they're alone, they let their guard down with you, if that makes any sense. Like, they think about you in a really like a soft, gentle way. But they're so indecisive. They don't know what to do right now. The 2 of Wands already talks about making decisions, and with it being in reverse, they're just lost. They are lost. They don't know which way to go right now. And you know, I do feel like they're going to be coming out of this decently soon, because we do have the World here, and there's only so long you can stay in indecision when you have only 2 options, right? It's not like it's a 7 of Cups where you have a lot of options. It's only 2 options. So they're going to make a decision decently soon, but they are confused right now. Okay, so we also have we have the World again with the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. So this is further talking about the karmic lesson that they're going through right now. The lesson revolves around indecision. I'm sure for those of you watching that, you're like, yeah, definitely. So this person could have been really indecisive in the past. It could have been the reason why whatever happened between you two may have crumbled. I don't necessarily think that you two are in communication right now. This could have been an on again, off again relationship, where maybe you were talking for, you know, a couple of months, but then you had a fallout or a fight, and, you know, okay, you're not talking anymore. But they're thinking about coming towards you. They're thinking about they're wanting to nurture the relationship again, but they're also unsure. So basically in their head, they're like, a couple of days they'll be like, I really want to work together with this person, and they're so great. I think we have a great foundation if we work together. And then the next day they're like, I don't know about this. I think it's a bad idea. I'm not sure about this. It's either I'm unsure or I want this. You know, does that make sense? It's not like I do want this or I don't. It's I'm unsure or I do want this. So, you know, there's, if you put it like that, there's kind of only one way to go in the end. But let me not get ahead of myself. But they're really wanting to end this cycle. They're really wanting to come out of this indecision. They feel like it has not ruined a bunch of relationships in their past, but it has been detrimental to their past. Like it hasn't helped anything in their relationships. they don't feel like being indecisive has helped them. They feel like they've pushed a lot of people away by being indecisive about what they truly want. And what they want is to collaborate with you, essentially. I mean, you can see that the Two of Wands here is reversed. Really, they're coming out of this feeling. They're trying to come out of this feeling of indecision, and they're doing this soon, which is why it is reversed. The Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles are both about making choices, and they're both reversed. So they're trying to come out of this indecisive energy, and they're trying to do it quickly, especially with this new moon actually happening today. This energy could really be affecting them. So they're really wanting to collaborate with you. They're just not completely there yet to the point where they could send a message. It's just they don't feel like their karma has completely wrapped up yet. Usually when we have the World in reversed, there kind of is some kind of event or something that happens that forces you to enter into that new life. So I do feel like there is an event coming up for them decently soon, possibly with this new moon or this around these energies that'll help them make that decision. But right now they are they're just still indecisive, but they're coming out of it. Okay. And the Eight of Cups reversed with the Ace of Swords reversed and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So the Eight of Cups reversed talks about coming back after being gone or after leaving a situation. So they're essentially wanting to come back. And it's funny because these two aces here are basically, again, showing that back and forth of what they're thinking. They're wanting to come towards you because they feel this love connection with you with the Ace of Cups. And they're wanting to start something new. But on the other side, with the Ace of Swords in reversed, they're not necessarily wanting to tell you the whole truth about what's happened between you. They feel like telling you the truth would be kind of heart-wrenching or just sad because there was so much that potentially happened between the two of you. They know they have to come forward with the whole truth or nothing at all, and that you wouldn't necessarily take less from them, that they would have to be honest with you about what's going on with them and what has happened in the past. You know, there's no way for someone you have baggage with to come back and say, I want to be with you, and you two not address anything for what happened in the past. So essentially they want to have that new beginning, but they're afraid about telling you the truth and being honest with you and having a real conversation about what happened. So that is what is holding them back, really. That is why they are getting this feeling of unsureness whenever that comes up. But you know, the Ace of Swords is only in reverse. It is here. Is what I always say, is that the energy is here. It just needs to be flipped, right? So once this person comes out of this indecisive stage, which is closing out very soon, they'll feel much more confident and potentially have the confidence to come towards you. Okay, so from the Romance Angels deck, we have Trust and Soulmate. I thought these are really beautiful to come out together. This person is trying to trust in a situation that is conspiring between the two of you. Conspiring. I meant occurring. They're trying to trust that things are going to go the way that they're supposed to go, and that divine timing will take effect, and things will just turn out the way that they're supposed to. They're trying to trust. They're also trying to inspire you to trust. This card is about also telling you to have trust in the situation and to basically like relax while things are unfolding. And they're trying to tell you that the divine has in their hands, and that you should just trust the divine as they go and mend the situation for you. Will it take some time? Yes, it will. But they're wanting you to trust and to stay happy and optimistic during this time. We also have soulmate. This is really beautiful. This person is your soulmate. They do feel this connection with you. This is also why they feel so drawn back to you. You know, someone who went through like this much, like this huge energy. A lot of relationships, you know, won't even last throughout that period. You know, people will just move on from each other. But they're wanting to come back into your life because they do feel a soulmate connection with you. They do feel that you are their soulmate. And so they're wanting to, you know, possibly give that love to you or just do more for you. And from the energy oracle cards, we have the Angel of Strength and the World card. I was shocked when the World came out 3 times from 3 different decks. This person is going through a massive transformation at this time. It is massive. They're completely changing. They're going to leave some things behind that you thought they would never leave behind. If they come towards you again, they're going to be a whole different person, because the World means that we are basically shedding our skins and becoming a new person. So this is going to be a new reality for them, basically 3 times over. And to do this, they're needing strength. They're needing the Angel of Strength right now. And from your perspective, it may not look like much is happening under the surface, but there's so much happening for this person. They're going through a lot of spiritual development at this time, and they're going through a very big ascension process. So for them, this is very difficult for them. It's probably painful as well. So they're trying to take their time when it comes to this transformation. And the angels are giving them strength at this time to get through this, and also for you to get through this. I don't think this has been easy for either of you, you know, but the angels are both giving you both strength so you can get through this together. And with this World card, there's going to be a huge transformation. It's just massive. I mean, we literally have it here 3 times. This is the only one that's upright, mind you, but we have it here 3 times. That is crazy. It means that there's going to be this really big transformation coming in so soon for this person. I really do feel like this involves a new moon as well, because we have this, it's kind of like an earth moon type thing right here. But if you can see, there's this dark side of the moon coming over, or this dark side basically coming over. For me, that represents the new moon that we have today and how it's affecting this person. So there is a transformation this person is going through, and they will come out a new person really soon. One who is more decisive. So pile number 3, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, pile number 4. This is your reading. If you guys notice that the lighting is different from when you clicked on the video until now, it has started getting a little bit dark, so I put a light on. All right. Okay, pile number 3. Oh, I'm sorry, this is pile number 4. Whoops. Okay, pile number 4. Let's get right into this. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. So right off the bat, this person has a lot of feeling towards you. Things that you could be their long-term foundation, essentially, with the 10 of Pentacles. They see the potential for a long-term foundation with you. This is also kind of my marriage card, or like happy family card. You can see that there is a couple here, and they have the dog and the kids, and everybody's running around, everybody's happy. So that's essentially their fantasy with you. They think about having that kind of life with you, but it's coupled with the 5 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So you could have cut them out very recently. This card basically talks about being left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. This person could feel abandoned by you for some reason. They could feel like you cut them out very coldly with the Queen of Swords here. You can see she has her sword up, and she's ready to cut any like BS out of her life. And it feels like you have done that with this Queen of Swords being here upright. So they still fantasize about this with you, but they're also feeling abandoned. And they also feel like, I'm not really sure if I can make this dream happen, because I'm not sure if this person would want to be with me, essentially. Okay, with the Queen of Wands here, we have the Empress and the Chariot. This is so beautiful. They're seeing you as someone who is passionate, creative, gorgeous, literally so, so beautiful. I'm just going to cut a little bit because we also have the Queen of Pentacles here too. So if you notice, we have the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. You are it for this person. This person knows that they want to be with you. This person thinks that you're ultimate wife material. Like, when they think about, like, wifey, they think about you. Like, you are that person for them. And they wish they could be with you in that way. They see you as creative, really passionate, that they could have a lavish life with you, an abundant life with you, and they definitely think about that. Also, going back to the Ten of Pentacles, it's kind of the same thing, that lavish, abundant life. It's that happy ending, really. They think that they could have that with you if they were just to come forward. So they're wanting to come forward, and they're thinking about it. I feel like they fantasize more of it. They fantasize more over. They think about you in that kind of way a lot. And they think about what life would be like with you. But I don't feel like they're necessarily like taking that leap right now to go and, you know, knock on your door or send you a text. But they're wanting to move forward with you because they see you as a long-term partner. And with the Four of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Four of Swords is about rest. So right now this person is resting. You guys could have broken up even. Or actually kind of getting that you guys aren't together, because we also have the Five of Pentacles, which talks about being out in the cold. And the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which is the breakup card in the tarot, essentially. So right now they're kind of resting from whatever happened between the two of you. It could be that you guys are on some type of break, or that you really did break up, or just aren't talking to each other. So they're just trying to take time to themselves right now and rest and heal, because they're just unsure about whether or not you would even have them back. So right now it's more important for them to heal themselves than it is to necessarily come towards you, if that makes sense. But they are seeing you as a long-term partner. Queen of Pentacles is like my girlfriend card. Like, they like to make you their girlfriend. Or, you know, you don't necessarily be like a female. Just have feminine energy. But they would like to be your significant other. Or they would like to, you know, like ask you out. Or they see you as like wifey, basically. Like, they really do. They really want to be with you, and they think about it often. And that's why we have this Eight of Pentacles here too. So while they're resting, they're also working. They're also working on themselves. This could be working in the material world. I do feel like this is the material world, actually. They could be seeing you as also very abundant, that you have a lot of money, or that you're working towards a lot of money right now. So they're wanting to kind of get on your level in that sense. This could be literally them working, as in going to work, or this could be them working on themselves and trying to reach, you know, higher levels of ascension, trying to love themselves more, trying to do that inner work, you know? So this is either someone literally going to work and trying to make money to later on, you know, impress you and get on your level, or trying to work on internally to get on your level. Either way, they're putting in a lot of work in the physical world while they're also taking this time away from you. So really they're working on trying to be with you, and they do think about that. They kind of know in the back of their mind that they're doing this work so they can be with you. And I think that's really beautiful. Okay. And from the Romance Angels deck, we have chemistry and give a relationship a chance. So with chemistry here, they do feel the chemistry between you guys. They do feel, I'm getting like tension. If you guys have been apart and just feel tension, they also feel that. They also feel this magnetic pull towards you. It's really strong for them, actually. I'm getting it's very strong for them, and they really can't ignore it. I mean, look how many times you popped up. Like, that's crazy. You're essentially half the cards here. We also have give your relationship a chance. So this person is working on themselves so they can give it a chance. So you will give it a chance. They're afraid that you won't give the relationship a chance, which is why they're working on themselves so hard, so that you will, and that you'll give them the time of day, if that makes sense. But they do feel a lot of chemistry towards you, and that's one of the reasons why they want to come towards you eventually and offer you something. but it'll probably take some time. Everybody's really resting right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this person came back before the retrograde was over. It ends on the 28th of March this year. So they could be coming back during that time. It also could take them longer. Usually when someone comes back during the retrograde, it kind of is just to wrap things up. So typically it's kind of better when someone comes back after. It kind of says that they, made more of a solid decision, because sometimes during the retrograde, people just come back to, basically get sent back out again, or to say that, I don't want you. Because it really is a time of testing for a lot of us about what we do want or we don't want. So if this person comes back after the retrograde, that's probably even better. Okay, so from the Energy Oracle cards deck, we have the Magician in the Mirror and Appreciation. I thought these went really well together as well. So with the Magician in the Mirror card, this person is manifesting you right now. It goes with this Eight of Pentacles, actually. So this also speaks about the inner work that they're doing inside of themselves, to try and get you back. When we pour more love into ourselves, that's when we see more love come up in our outer lives, actually. That's the way that manifestation works. The more energy that you focus on, whatever you focus on comes back to you. So if you're focusing on giving yourself love, if you're focusing on working on yourself, that is the energy that's going to be mirrored back to you. So they're trying to get to this level where they could be a match to your Queen of Pentacles. And they're actually succeeding at this right now, which is why they're getting this card. They are successfully manifesting this. But you know what? Energy takes a lot of time to come from the 5D into the 3D. The 5D being our thoughts, and basically our, inner reality versus our outer reality, if that makes sense, the physical world. So right now they are like shifting and moving these energies within their mind, and that is solidifying and grounding this new relationship in the 3D. But it is going to take time. Basically, they're thinking about you in such a beautiful way, and also bring the energy onto themselves, like using you as an example of who they want to be and where they want to be, and that is helping them to bring this relationship into the physical. We also have Appreciation. So this goes with what I was just saying. They're really seeing you and seeing how beautiful you are, how amazing you are. They're really admiring you from afar, for sure. If your social media account is public or anything like that, they're definitely stalking you on social media. They're definitely looking at you. Definitely checking in on you. They could even be asking like their friends or your friends or like mutual friends how you're doing, stuff like that. They're trying to appreciate you from afar. They see you as beautiful as this rose is. This person is basically looking at you and thinking that like, you're more beautiful than this rose. It's so amazing because I was just taken aback by how many queens came out. Queens are also about, like beauty too, especially when the Empress comes out too. This person thinks you are so gorgeous. It's not even funny. Like, they literally think you're so amazingly beautiful inside and out that they want to be like that. You inspire them. You inspire this person to be a better person. And that's why they're also in this energy of appreciation and the Magician in the Mirror, because your energy and the energy that you're putting out into the universe is inspiring this person to do better within their lives so they can match you and then bring this relationship into the physical. So that is really beautiful. This one's all about manifestation. So in short, this person is fantasizing about you, fantasizing about a life with you right now. They're thinking about what it would be like to be with you, but they're afraid to come towards you because I think that they feel left out in the cold right now. They feel kind of abandoned by you, but they're also inspired by your example. They see you as very creative and beautiful and passionate, and that makes them want to come towards you. But during this time of rest, they are working on themselves and trying to do better so they can match you and bring this relationship into the physical from the 5D plane. Okay, pile number 4. Hope that was really great. Hope you liked that. I thought this was really beautiful. All All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching these readings. I'm so happy I was able to give these messages to you today. Happy beginning in Mercury retrograde and the new moon, which is today. I hope you are all celebrating in the ways that are comfortable for you and having a great time with loved ones right now. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That would mean so much to me. Please leave a comment down below too. I love to interact with you guys when I can. I'll be back in my usual setup next week, so you can expect a normal plushy purple video from me instead of this bold red. I do love it though. So thank you so much for watching my channel, and I will see you in the future. Bye-bye.